Top of the morning to you. It's Tuesday the 28th of January 2025, and here's a book I'm dipping into and reading bits out of. And the book is titled The Questions Christians Hope No One Will Ask. I quite like that title. And it's by a guy called Mark Mittelberg. And it's just over 300 pages long. Who is this guy? Well, let's have a look at him. Now, you might disagree or agree with much of this book. You don't have to agree with it. But I'm recommending it to you as an interesting read. Mark Mittelberg, best-selling author and leading strategist in apologetics-oriented outreach. And apologetics, for those of us who are, just ordinary people, is the defense of the Bible and what the Bible teaches. His books included The Unexpected Adventure, co-authored with Lee Strobel, and Choosing Your Faith. He is also main author of Becoming a Contagious Christian training course. Mark was an evangelism director at Willow Creek Community Church in Chicago area for many years. Mark and his wife Heidi have two teenage children and live near Denver, Colorado. The book was published in 2010. So it's 14 years on the go. So let's have a wee look at the subject areas. We'll just go through the chapters. What makes you so sure that God exists at all? Especially when you can't see him, hear or touch him. Chapter 2, did evolution put God out of a job? Why rely on religion in an age of science and knowledge? Why trust, in chapter 3, I'll just not mention the chapters. Why trust the Bible, a book based on myths and full of contradictions and mistakes? And everyone knows that Jesus was a good man and a wise teacher, but why try to make him into the Son of God too? How could a good God allow so much evil, pain and suffering, or does he simply not care? Another good one. Good question. Why is abortion such a line in the sand for Christians? Why can't I be left alone to make up my own choices for my own body? Why do you condemn homosexuality when it's clear that God made gays and that he loves all people the same? How can I trust in Christianity when so many Christians are hypocrites? That's very true. And why are Christians so judgmental towards everyone who doesn't agree with them? Why should I think that heaven really exists and that God sends people to hell? And then chapter 10, the questions our friends need us to ask of them. So, published in 2010, and there's the by Tyndale. Okay. There's the ISBN number down there. An interesting read, and I'll certainly dip into it. The questions come from a recent national survey back in 2010. Now, I've certainly come across a load of these questions, and unfortunately these questions very often aren't mentioned in any church that you would go to, or nobody tries to answer them, because they are good questions. Are there questions you dread being asked as a Christian? Maybe you dread asking them even of yourself. They're the ones on subjects such as hell, homosexuality, suffering. Through a national poll conducted by Barna Group, Mark Mittelberg uncovered the questions Christians most fear being asked, complete with discussion questions. Mark's book will help you to meet today's hot-button issues head-on. And these questions haven't changed, folks. They're still around, and they're still pertinent, probably even more so now. Sean McDowell, co-author of More Than a Carpenter. This book is fantastic. I'm a Bible teacher, and even I fear being asked some of these questions. Yet Mark has provided solid answers to help us respond to real questions people are asking. And this is Willow Creek Resources. Okay. Hope you're good this morning. And this is what I'm dipping into. And nobody's forcing anybody to believe anything that is found in this book or any other book. It's just these are questions for discussion, and you might find the words written in this book quite helpful. Or you can say, I don't agree with that, and walk away